Normally I post the same content, Warzone, Arc Raiders, first person shooters, but I'm deciding to branch out and I'm checking out Xbox Game Pass Ultimate on my PC, trying to find a new game to play, and I thought what better way than to look at the 9 recently added games and rank them from least interested all the way to what I think I'm for sure going to download and play. If you think I should check out any of these games or any other games, let me know. I'd be happy to take a look. I really need some games to play right now. Let's get into it. Starting off at number 9, and this might piss off a very niche fan base, is Cricket 26. It is the most comprehensive licensed cricket simulation out there, featuring realistic player modeling and deep career modes. It just sits at number 9 purely because of its niche audience. If you aren't an avid follower of the sport, this just isn't going to hold your attention. At number 8 is a game that came out in 2018 called Transference. This is a psychological thriller that drops you into a corrupted digital simulation of a troubled family's subconscious. The atmosphere is genuinely unsettling, and the live-action FMV integration is clever, but at around 2 to 3 hours with zero replayability, it's strictly a one-and-done narrative experience, and I'm just not a big fan of psychological thrillers as is. This game certainly piqued my interest, but just because of how absurd it is. It's called Date Everything, and it's going to come in at the number 7 spot. It's an absurd sandbox dating simulator where you throw on a pair of magic glasses and suddenly romance over 100 household items, from your refrigerator to the front door. The voice cast is massive and the writing is genuinely hilarious, making it a great title to boot up for laughs between heavier games. I probably won't check this one out, but it is pretty funny. Taking the 6th spot on the list is Sandustry. Now, if you think of the reactive pixel physics from the game Noita and you blend it with Factorio automation, this is kind of what you get. Every individual pixel of ore, fluid, and sand behaves according to realistic gravity, temperature, and chemistry. It's an optimization paradise, but the sheer complexity and steep learning curve push it just outside the top 5. Coming in at number 5 is another weird game. It is called Blood Dungeon. This is a fast, twitch-heavy 2D action roguelike where momentum is everything. You parkour across randomized vertical death traps, slice through hordes, and spin harvested bones on character modifiers. It's snappy, ultra-responsive arcade fun that I honestly think is worth a shot. Breaking into my top 4 is Corsair Cove. Instead of the standard flat grid city builders, this forces you to engineer a pirate haven vertically up steep ocean cliffsides. You manage pulley elevators and cliffside walkways to shift supplies from the docks while balancing run production, crew morale, and naval raiding expeditions. And I'm not one to play games based off graphics, but I mean, you can't deny that there was a lot of effort put into this. I'll definitely be checking this one out. This was a tough choice for me between this and Corsair Cove, but at my number 3 spot, taking home the bronze medal, is Vapor World Over the Mind. If you were waiting for Sekiro's high-stakes parry and posture mechanics to get adapted into a hand-painted 2D side-scroller, this nails that formula. Combat revolves around strict deflection timing to break enemy stances, set inside a haunting dreamscape world. It's easily one of the most mechanically satisfying games. Alright, this is where things get serious, because I think 1 and 2 are both must-plays, but at runner-up, we have Mistfall Hunter. Most extraction games stick to modern military firearms, but Mistfall Hunter translates that high-stakes risk loop into a third-person dark fantasy action RPG. You pick your class, whether you're running a heavy frontline bruiser, an agile rogue, or a ranged caster, and drop into ruins shrouded in a deadly, creeping mist. What makes the moment-to-moment gameplay so intense is the risk versus reward balance. The deeper you venture into corrupted zones, the higher the monster tiers and the better the loot. But you're constantly listening for the sound of rival player squads hunting nearby. You can spend 20 minutes taking down an elite boss, only to get third-partied right at that extraction chime. If you extract, you build out your permanent stash. If you die, you lose everything on your character. If you're a fan of extraction games, this is a must. And sitting at number 1 is Beast of Reincarnation, developed by Game Freak. Stepping away from their traditional turn-based roots, Game Freak built an ambitious single-player action RPG set in a corrupted, post-apocalyptic world. You play as Emma alongside her loyal, blighted canine companion Ku. What sets this game apart from standard action RPGs is the dual combat synergy. While you're executing fast melee strikes, dodges, and plant-based crowd control abilities, you're simultaneously issuing tactical commands to Ku to flank enemies, stagger shielded targets, and trigger cinematic tandem finishers. The progression system is surprisingly deep, allowing you to spec out gear synergies, charm builds, and companion skill trees as you explore overgrown ancient ruins. It has the scale, art direction, and mechanical depth of the marquee standalone adventure, making it the clear standout must-play title of this entire Game Pass drop. And here's my final ranking for those 9 recently added games on Game Pass Ultimate on my PC. Do you agree with my list? Do you think something's in the wrong spot? Have you checked out any of these games? Are there any games that I absolutely need to try that I'm just not seeing? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.